This is the screencast for Lesson 18 in Stephen C. Sharp 24-Hour Trainer. This lesson talked about statements such as if then else, which let a program take different actions based on what's going on. In this try it, we're going to make this program calculate shipping charges based on the subtotal. So for different subtotals, we'll have different shipping charges. This is the basic program. It's very simple. It's just a bunch of text boxes and labels with a button. Even the calculations are simple. You should be able to figure out how these work from what you learned in Lesson 11, which talked about variables and calculations. I have a constant up here that records the sales tax rate at 7%. Here we get the inputs. We get the price of each item and the quantity. Down here we calculate total price for each type of item. For instance, the first item's total price is its price per unit times the quantity. We calculate subtotal. Sales tax we calculate from the subtotal by multiplying by the tax rate. The shipping cost, which right now is just hard-coded in as 10. And then finally the grand total, which is the subtotal plus sales tax plus shipping. And we display the results in the text boxes. So this is the part we need to modify, how we calculate the shipping cost. So to do that, I'm going to take off this 10, since that's not necessary. And in here, I'm going to use an if statement to look at the subtotal. So I'm going to say if subtotal is less than 20, then what do we do? Well, in that case, shipping is supposed to be $5. Else, if subtotal is less than 50, then shipping is $7.50. We have one more case, else if subtotal is less than $75, shipping is $10. And finally, if none of those cases is true, shipping is free. So if the user spends a lot of money, we spring for the shipping. Now notice that this sequence of if then else statements includes all the possibilities. No matter what the subtotal is, it's going to fall into one of these cases. If it doesn't fall into any of these, it falls into the else case. In a lot of applications, that's important to think about, just so you're certain that no matter what happens, the program takes some action. And if there is an exclusive list of cases here, so you know this will never occur, often it's good to throw an exception in there, which we'll talk about in a different lesson, just so that you know that something has gone wrong and you can try to fix the program. So let's run it and see what happens. If I do a calculation now without changing any values, our subtotal is $61 and change, so shipping is $10 because the subtotal is between 50 and 75. Let me get rid of some of these just to make the calculations easier. We'll make this one $10 item. These are the calculations. Our subtotal is $10, so shipping is 5 because it's under 20. If we increase this to, say, $19, this to $19, and repeat the calculation, the subtotal is now $19. Shipping is still $5. If I go up to 20, shipping jumps to $7.50. Let's just do a couple more to double check. If I go to $74.99, this is under $75, so our shipping should be $10. And then if we add one more penny, so it's $75, shipping is suddenly free. That's it for this example.